Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMtrading. Today is August 5th, 2019, and today is Monday morning. So looking at the major economic event of the day, just one event coming out of the United States at 4 o'clock South African time. It's ISM, non-manufacturing PM number. It's more of an inflation number than anything else. I'm not sure that this number will add so much to the market as everything has already been factored in. I'm looking at the market, the dollar is slightly stronger across the board still. In view of last week's roller coaster, okay, first we had the FOMC, then we had the NFP, we also had consumer confidence number last week, and then we had President Trump's tweets over the weekend about how China and the United States are still having this ongoing feud with their trade relations and adding fuel to the fire, thereby taking the Dow Jones and selling it off over 1,200 points, even gapping down this morning to 26,100. Okay, the high of the year was 27,300-ish level. So amazing, volatility in the market. So let's see if we can continue seeing that. Now, looking at the commodities, gold breaks higher to 1451, while oil retraces to resistance. So take a look at that. Looking at the stocks, Apple's still strong. Okay, when the market sold off 1,200 points, Apple is only selling off $4. Okay, so relatively, Apple's been very strong versus the general market, whereas Amazon makes a double top and sells off quite sharply. We'll take a look at that. Lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin rallies over 2,000 points since the last retracement. When we hit that Fibonacci retracement level, we'll take a look at that as well. Let's see what we can expect from today's trading.
This conference will now be recorded.
So we're going to first look at the Euro USD, and we had this support level at 1125-ish level. We broke it last week, okay, down to 110.33, and then bouncing right off of it. We're flirting with that previous support level, maybe subsequent resistance right here. Okay, so if we falter here at these levels, it's very natural. I actually look for retracement here at these levels, so perhaps we'll actually get it. Now, looking at the GBP USD, this ongoing situation, dead. Okay, not even bouncing. Okay, this is how you can tell relative strength and relative weakness. Whereas the euro bounced, GBP is not bouncing. Okay, so if I have to say, it looks like not in the short term, but at some point we're going to challenge this 121.15-ish level again and possibly break it. Okay, so something to look out for. Looking at the USD SAR, getting weaker versus the dollar at the top of that range for a long time. We haven't been here. We flirted between these two ranges. We're looking at a daily chart just to get that clear. 1495 is the upper range, 1382 is the lower range, and we had that sharp incline. The question is that if we fall to here at 1495, we should see or continue to see this range-bound trading. Okay, so you got to keep an eye on this to see if it does continue like this. Now, looking at gold, 1453 this morning trading. Let's look at a 4-hour chart. We finally broke that up, and this was a big faker. Okay, this was the breakout faker, where this is an ascending triangle. Okay, ascending wedge for other terminology. We broke it. Okay, and that should not have happened, but that was the fake out. Want to take us to 1400 and then rally us up to 1453. So we're at all-time highs for gold. Now, I'd like to see this continue getting stronger on the upside for this follow-through to actually occur. Now, this is very much news-bound. Okay, we're really dependent on the news right now to see that we do break out higher and continue this nice rally. Now, looking at oil, big, sharp sell-off last week from 58.55-ish level down to 54.65-ish level and bouncing at this Fibonacci retracement of 55. So for all intents and purposes, we're at the bottom of the range, but this could be a dead cat bounce, which means that we may go further down. So you're going to have to see if this really challenges this 54-ish level, 52.465, once again, and to see that it does hold, then perhaps we could actually bounce again. But otherwise, we may sell off and continue to sell off to the $52 range. Now let's look at that Dow Jones. Okay, we're looking at a weekly. Let's look at a daily just to give us perspective here. From 27,300 level, we're trading at 26,185. Massive retracement there. It's really hard to say that this was going to actually retrace this. So much news bound. Okay, the economy is still strong. Consumer confidence is still there, and this is really based on some of the sentiment between what a tweak can do. Okay, and over the weekend we sell off over 300 points. Okay, so that's a massive incline. We make a pitch right here because remember we are at previous resistance. We had resistance right here. We had a resistance several times right here. So with that said, okay, if we do bounce here, that's quite natural. 26,000 psychologically is a big number. We had it before there. So again, this is something we're going to have to just see and pay attention to and kind of key us in with the stocks because it is a mixed bag. Now looking at Microsoft, okay, we're looking at a daily chart. Let's look at a daily. It's trading at 136 from its 140 high. Okay, so only $4 retracement here. If we look at Facebook or we look at Apple, it's dead. 188 down from 205. Apple down from 217. That gap up where it beat its earnings guided higher, filled in the gap and then traded even lower to 203. So this may be a turning point if these stocks actually start bouncing off these areas. In anticipation, they're going to get stronger. Lastly, looking at Amazon, and this is something I wanted to mention, on a weekly chart, we see a double top here, okay, which is quite ominous, not a good sign. Okay, 2015, and especially not a good sign as Jeff Bezos keeps on selling some of his massive stockpile that he has in the company at these levels. Okay, now he has to, when he sells these types of stocks, he has to sell them in about 3 months in advance. So he's timing this quite right. Okay, to tell you the truth, it looks like he's really timing it very perfectly. Now, looking at this, we're looking at this 1818 retracement. Okay, so again, if we don't get that bounce, we may see it continue going further down. Now, lastly, this is the biggest anomaly. Bitcoin is up. Okay, now looking at Bitcoin, we're trading right here at 11,544. Okay, up from its 9,300 retracement last week, where we started the week last week. We had this massive retracement. Let's take a look at that a little bit better. Okay, we're not looking at that quite. Let's look at a 4-hour chart. That's better. Now, this was the retracement, the Fibonacci retracement. I said it doesn't break down. It's going to go back higher. And sure enough, boom, 2,000 points. Okay, on one lot, that would have been a massive, massive profit for you at 11,535. Now, we're at the middle of the range here, so I'd like to see this continue and possibly break out higher. Okay, the next real resistance is 13,000, so just be aware of that. This is Fred Razak. I wish everybody a great trading day. Thank you.